All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video leading up to the return for The Walking Dead Season 10 with its finale. This one we're going to give our thoughts on a new casting. We have our Stephanie for Season 10's extra 6 episodes and Season 11, and then also AMC seemingly winning a key part of the Prophets trial that's currently going on with Robert Kirkman. Alright, and I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check out both of these from comicbook.com. We have some Walking Dead updates for today. So, had the Comic-Con. We had a lot of fun with making quite a few videos after that, did sort of our recap. And this is one that sort of was announced in and around that time period, which is that we do have a cast for, I think it is for Stephanie, for the Walking Dead television series version. Now, Stephanie is the character that Eugene has been talking to on the radio. And it does say, I think in the comicbook.com article there, that Margot Bingham has been cast for that, and that she was doing the voice part of that on the radio. So it sounds like most likely, unless something's wrong here, she'll probably be playing Stephanie, and she'll probably be a future love interest for Eugene. Now, I personally don't know much about her background, Margot Bingham. I don't think I've seen her in anything else, but I might have to check her IMDb afterwards to kind of see. But certainly comparing her to the comic book version, I mean, it's cool. I mean, there were some kind of fan theories maybe that we could see possibly them swap out that character for Eugene for somebody else, but it sounds like they're pretty much sticking with the comic books in this one and just having it be Stephanie, which is, that's the new character that we're gonna see come in to be part of the Commonwealth and part of Eugene's story, having our first serious love interest for him in the series, even though we did hear that there was a scene between Eugene and Laura, but they didn't use it, which is kind of unfortunate. But now we got one that certainly they were going to use based on the comics, that's for sure. And Angela Kang did say that it's going to have more of a like a city type of feel, I think she said, or a more urban feel, to use the exact words. So that's going to be good to see. I'm looking forward to seeing that with the Commonwealth. I liked the Princess episode where we got to see the cityscape again, because sometimes in Walking Dead it feels like we're always sort of just stuck in the forest somewhere, And it's really rare that we get to see different types of environments. So whenever we do get to see different types of environments, I like it, and so that's a good one. So I don't know if we'll see. I would expect we'll probably see her in those extended 6 episodes. If you guys didn't hear the news from Comic-Con, they're going to be doing 6 additional episodes for Walking Dead, in addition to the 16 episodes for Season 10. So Stephanie's first appearance, I put Season 11 here for the title, but maybe it's going to be in the Season 10 extended episodes if they just do that as like a short additional tack-on type of season for Season 10. So we'll see. I would expect to see her at least probably once during those 6 episodes, because I don't think all 6 episodes will just be like a Maggie focus or anything like that. Maybe 1 or 2 of them, but I don't think all 6 of them would be just that. Now, with regards to the AMC Prophets battle ruling, so we've been covering this one since it kind of started, and it is that there's a lawsuit between Robert Kirkman and some of the producers and AMC with regards to the Walking Dead television series, with regards to kind of the profits and sort of what was set up when the series first started, and how much of the profits that Kirkman and company are supposed to get. I think he did say in one interview that it's been a few years since he's made any money off the TV show. So it sounds to me more like the TV show, kind of for him, the best part of the TV show was that it promoted the comic like crazy, and so the Walking Dead comic book series became the biggest selling comic in trade of the 2010s. So from 2010 to 2020, I believe the first volume of The Walking Dead was the highest selling trade volume comic there. So it sounds like the TV series actually for him more of what its use was in terms of his personal, the business side of things. It sounds like it promoting the comic book series so much was really for him the best part of the TV series in terms of in terms of the business side of things. So it does say here, quote, in accordance with the foregoing, it is hereby ordered issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are decided in favor of the defendants, and this case proceeds to a full trial on the merits based on the contract interpretations so decided in this trial. Judge Buckley said in a statement of decision released today. That was a bit ago there, but you can read the article if you want to see. And it says, it should be noted there were a total of 7 issues at hand in the so-called mini-trial that kicked off February 10th of this year. So it says, quote, today's decision is a total victory for AMC. The Cabler's chief attorney, Orrin Snyder, told Deadline this afternoon. The judge found in AMC's favor on all 7 issues that were presented at trial and confirmed that AMC honored its contracts and paid Mr. Kirkman and the other plaintiffs what they were owed. The Gibson, Dunn, and Crutcher lawyer added, as the court found, these plaintiffs had the most sophisticated lawyers and agents in Hollywood, and they got what they bargained for. We are now turning our attention to the trial in New York, which involves very similar claims by CAA and Frank Darabont, secure in the knowledge that the first court to hold a trial on these issues ruled completely in AMC's favor, Snyder said. Also delayed because of the world COVID-19 situation. That trial with the first Walking Dead showrunner and his agency is now set for April 2021 in New York City, though, again, that could also change. So that was for the mini trial with Kirkman and some of the producers that they had filed. It was a potentially multi-million-dollar case in August 2017. I don't know if that means that that's totally finished, it being like a mini type of thing, or if that means there's any chance that Kirkman and company could still be rewarded or be given some kind of thing in a future trial or whatnot. I don't know. Will it have an effect on Frank Darabont's trial? I would think so, because it means that basically it sounds like on 7 counts it was thrown out as far as the lawsuit that they had filed against AMC went. So Frank Darabont's one has been going for a lot longer than that, very long time, and it's a potentially long-fought $300 million Walking Dead profit participation battle against AMC. So this isn't good news, I think, for Frank Darabont's part, but it doesn't necessarily mean that for certain his will get thrown out too, but maybe it will, because this one has been. So so basically it sounds like unless something changes or we hear more later, again, this legal stuff is always very difficult to dig through, but it sounds like right now probably not going to get anything additional for that for Kirkman and for the others. So if you guys don't know what this lawsuit was all about, in the hundreds of millions of dollars between Frank Darabont and AMC, and then this additional one between Kirkman and producers and AMC, it's basically the original contracts that they had signed on for to do the Walking Dead series. Frank Darabont didn't feel like he felt like they were self-dealing, or they were kind of selling the show at an imputed fee to themselves. And so, he felt like he wasn't getting the profit participation amount that he was supposed to get. So, or he felt that it was too low, or they thought they were signing up to get an overall AMC Walking Dead value, and instead they got a value for just the show in terms of the fee that it sold to AMC for. So it's what it is. I guess for AMC, it's a good thing. For Kirkman and company, not so good. And for Frank Darabont, not a good sign for his, which is still coming up later. But we'll see. When we get the final word on that, I'll let you guys know. But, you can go both ways with this one. I think it depends on the person. You could say that the original contracts weren't fair, and that they didn't really understand 100% what they were signing on to, and they had the impression that they were signing on for Walking Dead overall, and instead they got some kind of profit participation of just the imputed fee of the show being sold to AMC for a certain fee, and then AMC would take that. So it sounds like they got an imputed fee of maybe like the wholesale value rather than the retail value. I think that's a good way to look at it. And so AMC took that and then did Talking Dead, did Fear the Walking Dead, all these other things, merchandise, all this stuff. But the percentage that they got from it was from the imputed fee, like I said, the wholesale fee, and not kind of the overall market fee, I guess, is the best way to retail fee, as I would kind of say. So let me know what you guys think about Kirkman and company kind of losing that lawsuit. I guess I don't really have a response to say it's good, it's bad, whatever. Okay, it is what it is. I mean, I guess maybe for them it was worth a shot to try and see. Maybe it just depends on who was receiving on the other end, and I guess the judge or what have you, the people involved saw it as standard, procedure, I guess, market procedure for these types of shows and this kind of stuff. So I don't know, whatever. It's not my gig. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. So some of the different comments you guys have sent through we'll do for today, and then probably on Sunday night I want to do another live stream with you guys. We'll keep most of the kind of the truther stuff for that, but there are some good videos this week. I think David Icke released a really good one, which you can check out on his website.com, davidicke.com, which I kind of want to do a reaction video for, but I'm sort of like fighting with myself. Should I do it? Should I not? Kind of want to, but maybe I'll do it with a disclaimer at the beginning so YouTube doesn't get mad at me or something and take it down. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to try that and see how that goes, I think. But it's a really good video about explaining the spider web, or basically the pyramid, and how it works across the world for people that don't know or people that are brand new to it. Really good stuff. So want to get my thoughts on that. So first one came in from Nathan Kelley, who says, it's interesting that the colloquial word or use of the word woke is actually people who are figuratively asleep. Trev is experiencing the real meaning of woke by thinking outside the Overton window. So this is a good one that I decided we'd throw in. And we've got some Walking Dead ones coming up here too, guys, so don't worry. It's not going to get 100% in this direction, even though a lot of my videos have kind of been going that way because I enjoy the stuff so much. And it's so prevalent to our world, and what we're seeing unfold in front of our eyes have been, and especially within the next year or two, certainly will be in effect. So this is a very interesting one to me too, that the word, I wasn't aware of this at first at the beginning of this year. The word woke has also been sort of hijacked. I didn't know that. Because I had always heard that term used by people on the internet or online, where they talk about waking up. For Walking Dead standards, you have like, wake up, asshole. It's like, like Rick on horseback, wake up, asshole. So it's like the alarm clock, right? Time to wake up, wake up. I'd always heard that term waking up or being woke as meaning like the person understands that the agreeable mainstream opinion or narrative is politically appointed, or the purpose of it is for political aims. The purpose of it is not objective truth. The purpose of it is to control the people. That's the purpose of the mainstream narrative. It is not to communicate out truth. That's not the thing. So in a greater sense, that's the way I would say it, is that the mainstream narrative, if you're following that agreeably 100% to a T, then that's what I would define as being asleep, or being one word that they use themselves is sheep. So that's what they use, the word. Not, I try not to use it too much. I mean, sometimes I use it, but it just because it makes sense, because that's what they refer to it as, the sheep, and then the shepherds, right? So, but it's interesting to me that word has been repossessed and used, or hijacked and used in the opposite way. It's this weird inversion thing where you've taken woke, or the term of being awake, and you've kind of used it to describe people that are out smashing things. So they're like just doing crazy stuff, that really burning down fast food restaurants or churches or stuff like this. And it's like they're saying, oh, they're woke. It's like, so it's just been, I don't know, man. That's about as much as I'm going to say for that. It's just been hijacked to use, and been used in a way that originally I still use it the way that I had originally learned that it meant, but it has certainly been hijacked by the left, I think, 100%. Sue Trunnell says, so what does TS19 stand for? So you guys know that one, right? So that's, for Sue, that's Test Subject 19, Jenner's wife. I do think it's just a coincidence. I do not think it's social engineering. Although, maybe I need to think about that one a little bit more. But I do not, some people will say this, I've seen comments like this. No, guys, I do not think there's any social engineering really in Walking Dead at all. Even though we've gone through the COVID-19 situation, TS19, I think that part is certainly just a coincidence. I do not think that they had any understanding of what was to come in 2019 with the covert identification program. Bones22J says, there's so much chaos happening. They might be able to film a zombie apocalypse landscape without having to build a set. And then he said, just go to, he said a certain place, he said Chicago or Portland, and film the streets as is. That's true that they do, man, don't they ever? Bones, it's kind of a sad, it's funny, but I don't want to troll anybody because I know some of you guys might live there. But it is kind of a sad truth that those places right now, literally, you could take a camera, and I agree with Bones. You could take a camera, go into certain places there, and it literally looks like the Purge, or it looks like a zombie apocalypse right there. Like the neighborhoods, the graffiti, everything. It looks like the end of the world in some of those places. It really, really does, which is crazy. But you couldn't film there because probably they're too dangerous for you to bring your team there currently. Rickster said COVID killed The Walking Dead. So I don't think so, Rickster. I think that it'll come back. It'll zombie. It'll come back from the dead. It'll zombie along again after, and we'll have some fun watching some TWD as usual in October. Man, I think so. I think it'll be good. Plus, I'm gonna watch The Boys pretty soon because the second season's coming out soon. It looks good. So there's still fun stuff going on, man. We just gotta try to find the positive stuff going on. We have to try to we gotta balance it out. We can't go 100% into the darkness completely and just lose all sense of hope or lose all sense of everything. We got to try to keep it light. We got to try to keep it fun and stay positive. And so I'm trying to do that as well too. It's important for us to do that, man. More now than ever as we're going through kind of a dark period so far this year. James Johnson says that Trev needs to review The Kingdom. So have not seen Kingdom yet. Want to check it out. And if I do, certainly I'll do a review. And I do intend to do more reviews of The Boys because I actually really like it a lot. Lethal Weasel says, VR says, hey Trev, how nice is it to talk about Walking Dead for a change? By the way, you should look into The Walking Dead Onslaught. It's a canon story-based VR game which takes place between seasons 8 and 9. The story follows Daryl, is fully voiced by Norman Reedus. So I have heard of the game. It does look really cool, but I don't have the VR equipment, so it'd be kind of expensive for me to get into it. But it is really good, man, to talk about Walking Dead. With Comic-Con coming back, a little bit ago there, was it a week and a half ago or so, or whatever it was now, a couple weeks ago, whatever. I lose track of time with all this craziness going on, but man, it's really great to talk about it again with you guys. I absolutely love doing this with you guys, and I'm so glad that we've been able to continue along here. And that it sounds like all you guys are basically healthy. I haven't had anybody tell me for a while that they're sick or anything like that, so that's really good. I'm happy that you guys are doing good, and that we're looking forward to some fun new episodes coming up pretty soon here. And Marilyn SS says, thanks Trev, for getting back to Walking Dead finally. And I think of the stream, she's like, talk Walking Dead. So I try for you, Marilyn. I try as much as I can. I know a lot of you guys really hate this. You hate the truther stuff, man. You can't stand it. And people are really passionate one way or another about their certain set of worldview, the way they see the world. So they get really upset when people are voicing opinions that are different from theirs. Just look at the Trump situation. Oh my God, some people are so pro, and then other people are like ready to hang you as soon as you say you're pro. And I think there has been actually people that have been hurt in real life. At least in the news I saw that after voicing support for Trump, they were actually attacked. So crazy stuff, man. So. But yeah, man, it's good stuff to talk about something fun that we all enjoy, that we all have fun with, and so that's really good, man. We need that too. We can't have all the dark stuff all the time. It's just too much, right? You got to come out of that sometimes. Wire Moose says, Ellen's show. I see her show is now looking like closing down. The narrative is that the culture is toxic. Really hard to believe. Could it be Epstein related? So I don't know. I heard that you said that to me on Monday. We mentioned it on Sunday night, I think, that one of her backgrounds has a building in it that matches Epstein's building, like exactly, or at least it's got the blue and it's got the stuff. So is that an Easter egg? Is it not? I don't know. You could probably argue that for them, because they do put Easter eggs in for themselves. For people that are in the know, they kind of celebrate themselves in our media, in our fiction, and in our culture. They sort of celebrate themselves in different ways without the regular population being able to know or being able to see it. So, yeah, I've heard about this, some drama behind the scenes with her, that she's a lot different in real life than the character she plays on TV. And we got to remember that is a character, that's a stage character. I don't have any beef with Ellen. I don't have any heat with Ellen or anything like that. But anybody who was supporting what Epstein was doing, I would say that I do have heat with them, and I just don't see how they could get away with it. I don't see how the FBI doesn't call every single person on those flight logs and get them in for an interview and find out What did you see while you were there? Who was there with you? You know, and they might all clam up and just say lawyer, lawyer, lawyer. Okay, fine, but at least try. At least try to get some information from them about it, and put some heat on them. You know, do what you got to do, and see if, I mean legally, and see if you can get any information out of them. You know, is there anybody who will flip on them? Is there anybody who will tell you who they saw when they were there? Were there any underagers there at that time? Were they there when Prince Andrew was there? Were they there when Bill Clinton was there? Were they there when these other people were there? And maybe implicate some of these other big names so that house of cards can start to tumble down. So maybe we'll discuss that more on Sunday if you guys want to. Anyway, that'll be it for today's video, guys. Mostly Walking Dead centered here. If you liked it, please thumb it up below. You can share, favorite, subscribe to the bottom left if you're new, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.